You know, it's fascinating how the moment you begin to notice something new, your mind starts to shift. And as you listen now, you might begin to wonder, what is it about certain people that makes them so compelling? The way they speak, the way they hold their ground, the way their reality seems to shape the world around them. Isn't it interesting? Because the truth is, the more you believe in your own version of reality, the more others begin to believe in it too. It's like when someone walks into a room with absolute certainty. You can feel it, can't you? That presence, that gravity. And you felt it before, haven't you? That magnetic energy, pulling attention, shifting perspectives, bending reality itself. What's truly amazing is, you can do this too. You already know that, don't you? After all, when you think about it, every belief, every thought, every idea that someone holds, it's just a pattern. A story that they've told themselves so many times that they've come to believe it. But what happens when you start asking the right questions? What happens when you gently, effortlessly poke a hole in that story? Just enough to let light in. Because when you ask the right metamodal questions, something interesting happens. Their mind starts searching, reaching, grasping for something solid. And then they try to explain. They realise, maybe, just maybe, that belief wasn't as strong as they thought. Maybe it was never really theirs to begin with. What exactly do you mean by that? How do you know that's true? According to whom? And suddenly, that rigid wall starts to crack. And the moment it does, you slip something in, something subtle, something powerful, something that shifts their entire world. Because once the old belief starts to wobble, you bring in something new, something stronger, something more empowering. And you say it with absolute conviction, because you know the frame you hold is the frame that wins. It's like when you stand at the edge of a cliff, arms wide open, feeling the wind rushing past your face. There's that moment, that exhilarating moment, where you realise you're completely in control. The wind may push, but you decide how to move. And as they listen, they feel it, don't they? That pull, that shift, that new reality taking shape. Because what's more compelling than a person who knows deep down, in every cell of their being, that what they say is true? And when you lock that belief in with a simple question, can't you? Don't you? Isn't it? Maybe. What do you think? Their mind spins, their reality bends, and suddenly a new idea takes root. And the more they question, the deeper it goes. The more they resist, the more they find themselves agreeing, until eventually they start to see the world through your lens, because your world is stronger, your world is clearer, your world is more real. And as you master this, as you practice it, as you refine it, something incredible happens. You become someone people can't ignore. Someone who radiates confidence, a power, a presence, excitement, because it's already inside you right now. And you can feel it, can't you? That unstoppable force, that deep, undeniable knowing. And when you step forward, when you own your voice, when you speak with conviction, it becomes contagious. They feel it, they see it. And before they even realise it, they believe it too. Isn't that interesting? Because it's fascinating how the moment you truly decide to step into your power, the world begins to respond. How the energy shifts, the air crackles, the focus tilts, until suddenly all eyes are on you, drawn to you, pulled into your orbit. Because confidence, it isn't something you do. It's something you are. It's something that radiates from deep inside you, expanding outward, filling every space, every pause, every word you speak, with certainty, excitement, and absolute belief. And what's even more interesting is how the more you believe, the more the world bends to meet that belief. Have you noticed that? How when you commit, when you double down, when you stop hesitating and just own it, something shifts. People listen differently. They lean in. They feel that pull. Because certainty is magnetic. And when you step into it fully, without apology, without hesitation, without even the thought of holding back, something inside clicks. And the more you do this, the easier it gets. Like stepping onto an escalator that's already moving, lifting you up, carrying you forward, a flow, a rhythm, a force that builds and builds, unstoppable and undeniable. It's like the moments when you're so alive, so fully present, that time slows down. When everything becomes sharper, clearer, more vivid. And as you lean into it, as you ride the waves, you realise you're the one creating this energy. It's not about waiting for permission. It's not about hoping someone notices. It's about being so fully engaged, so electrified, so unshakably present that people can't help but feel it. They can't help but respond. And the best part, it's already happening right now in this very moment. You can feel it, can't you? That deep, undeniable force waking up inside you. That spark turning into fire. That fire turning into an inferno. Because there's no going back. Once you've felt this, once you've seen yourself in this light, there's no one seeing it, no one feeling it. And the next time you speak, you know. The next time you walk into a room, you feel it. The next time you open your mouth to share your truth, your passion, your fire, it flows effortlessly, naturally, powerfully, because you're alive, you're awake, you're here, and the world is ready. Isn't that exciting?